Oh, hello. Hello, family and friends. How are you? This is Donna coming at you today with another spirit channeled message. Today's message is brought to you from the higher levels of the universe, higher powers of the universe. This is a hard message to tell, but I have to get on here and say it because we're living in a time right now where truth is going to be exposed, and it's not easy. It's not always easy telling the truth. But I've discovered a lot of things on my journey this year, and I want to start by saying that I think one of the first things that grounded this message was, not that this is political at all, but it does tie into it. When President Trump made his announcement back in 2015 that he was running for president, there was a video clip that I came across of him saying that there were going to be some powerful changes and something amazing was going to happen and that nothing can stop it. And when he said those words, nothing can stop it, I knew the power of God had to be behind that, right? And so what he meant was what is happening here today. And it's called the Great Awakening. And we are going through this. A lot of us are going through this now. Some of us are going to be going through this later in the next few years. We're all on a journey, and it will hit us at different times. So I have started this journey with a mass of other people, which I call my soul tribe, because they've been so loving and supportive and so knowledgeable. And they're behind me, and they're encouraging me to speak the truth, because the truth needs to get out with each and every person. So if you've come across this video is for you. Energy attracts like energy. So, if this message isn't anything that you can relate to, that's okay. I'm not here for the likes. I'm here for God. I've devoted my life to serve God and to love Him with all my heart. And so whatever He calls me to do is what I want to do, and I encourage you all to do the same. So if you have a message that you think is important for even just one other person, just even for one other person, put it out there, because I can guarantee it'll be for many, many more. Whatever you have to say is important. Whatever your thoughts are, they're important. You're not alone in anything you're thinking and feeling right now. So the Great Awakening, let's talk about that, and let's talk about the exposure of secret societies. Yes, you are all getting exposed. And I can say that I am just so grateful that this truth is coming out, because it has affected my life, and of course affected millions and millions of other people out there. And so it's over. Game over. We came out of it. We learned a lot from it, and we are the winners. And so I applaud anyone that's had been attacked by anyone through a secret society and was left in the dark of lies, deceit, gossip, slander, ghosting. Oh, gotta love that ghosting, right? Where you just left on red, not knowing what the hell is going on, people not being honest with you, just weird things happening, getting fired for no reason, or, neighbors turning on you, and you're like, what did I do? What is going on? I have endless amounts of stories, and I plugged through them like a champ. I can tell you that. I had no idea what was going on, but it's the way that I've handled every situation, and I encourage you to handle every situation with the utmost integrity of who you are, because we're living in a world of light versus dark, good versus evil, and we're trying to eliminate all of the evil spirits so that we can create our beautiful new earth the way God has intended. And it is real, and it's really happening right now. You're going to see a lot more media on this coming out. I posted a video from a beautiful, beautiful man yesterday, and he has some psychic insight on what's going to happen next year, and my soul just resonated with all of it. And it's just so beautiful because just normal people like you and I are going to have powerful messages to give out to the world. And everything is intended to bring everyone up to their best, most creative self, their highest Christ consciousness. Jesus Christ is real and he is truth. So if you don't believe in Jesus, you are living in a lie. Okay? I hate to tell you, but if you don't believe in the Son of God, you have no foundation of reality. You are living in a delusion. So those that call you delusional are the ones who are delusional. Okay? So you can't live a lie and expect other people to believe your lies. Okay? It's just, we're not going to stand for that any longer. And it's so beautiful. It's just, the truth is a beautiful thing. And yes, it can be painful to hear. It can be very painful to hear that your loved ones have been paid by groups of people to try to hurt you, to try to take down your life. And listen, we all signed up to be a certain character to play in this world, okay? So I applaud those that play the dirty, evil people and spirits, because your job's got to be hard to be so awful and so mean. It's almost funny. It's not funny. It's a very serious subject, but you have to make light of it, because when you really see the reality of what's going on here, we are spirits. We are spirits. Okay? We're spirits living in a human body of flesh. And so our reactions and our personalities are all based on the contracts we've signed up for before we came down here on this planet. So, if you're living through a life right now of going through a lot of trouble, and just know that it's just a spirit. Everything is a mirror of what you need to learn for yourself, right? So everything I've gone through and seen, it's made me be better and better every day, right? Because you got to stop and look and how you're reacting and what you're feeling and how people are triggering you. Especially anger. When you're becoming so angry at something or someone, take some time to think about it, to analyze it, and get to the root of where that's coming from. I have found a lot of my anger has stemmed from being manipulated and lied to. Like when you know someone is not telling you the truth, or they're putting you down and not bringing out your highest best self, but trying to drag you down into a dark, ugly place to play ball with them. It's like, no, I don't want to go there. Oh shoot, my battery's running out. Hold on, I'll be right back. I forgot to plug my computer in, and this battery is so, it's so weak, it goes up really quick. So hold on a second. Okay. Sorry about that, I had to charge my battery up. So yeah, evil versus darkness, secret societies, all getting exposed. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's setting me free. It's going to set you free. I know some people have posted recently they're having a lot of trouble with friendships, or just, people making other people feel really bad and just slandering them and just making them feel like their opinions aren't worthy, their life purpose isn't worthy. Who is anyone to tell anyone that their purpose isn't meant for them? Like, nobody has the right to do that. Your purpose is, you have God to answer to. Okay, God is your purpose. And what he assigns you to do is important. No one can take that from you. So stand in your truth, stand in your power. And, that's why I know some people may have been like, why is Donna saying not to be nice to other people? Yes, please be kind. God wants us to be kind. But I have a problem with that, being too nice and letting people take charge of my life, and it's over. It's just over. I've had friends make plans for my entire future, and I'm looking at them like, where is this coming from? This is not, that's your plan. That's not my plan, So I just love that we are being set free from so many rules and regulations that just molded us into little robots. That's not who we are. We're free spirits. We're meant to live free. We're meant to speak our freedom. We're meant to have a higher purpose and to use our best creative selves to enlighten others to be the best they can be. So I have a little story, and I don't want to expose anyone because, God's got that. But I want to use this story because I think it might help someone. I have a lot of them, but I'll start with this one. 10 years ago, I had this very important person in my life, out of the blue. I think it was 10 years ago. Maybe it was less than that. But he started saying that, just out of the blue, accusing me of getting him fired from his job. It was like, what? Where is that coming from? And he said it once, and I thought, oh, maybe he's just having a bad day. Literally, I did not even take it personal because I thought it was so crazy. Like, it was not even anywhere near reality. And I let it go, and then he said it again, and I'm like, okay, look, no one's buying the story. Like, why do you keep accusing me of this? Like, what motive would I even have to do this to you? Why would I want to hurt you like that? So once again, I let it go. Do you know, this person did not let it go for years. He kept holding to this story of accusing me of something that I never did. And it got so bad where I was ignoring all the red flags. Like, I literally was just like, because this person like kind of had to be in my life, which I thought, so I kind of just tolerated it and kept ignoring it. It got so bad where he built this story up in his mind to believe it so much that he created me into some enemy that I never even looked at him that way. I was trying to create peace in our relationship. We had a bond together, and I thought it was important that, we just move past whatever BS was going on here. Well, what happened was I ignored the red flags, and there was years that went by where I didn't see this person, and then when I did see him, he physically assaulted me. Like, that's how bad it got. And I was always so loving and forgiving because that's what we want to do with our family and friends, right? We always want to forgive, and I always see the best in everybody, that I didn't want to see this dark side, which is so dark and so ugly and so evil. My spirit couldn't relate to it. Like, I had to literally be told that this is what was happening. And like I said, I didn't find out a lot of truth until this very year, and this happened years ago. This person had also got another person involved in this hatred train. And this person had also made up a bunch of stories of lies and manipulation, disturbing my peace with lies and stories, one of which was a suicide story. I get a phone call one day that this person wants to commit suicide. And I I am at the busiest time of my career at this moment. It was a few years ago. I had sold 30 houses, and all 30 of these homes were closing at one specific time of the year. And it took 12 months to build the homes because the materials were coming in so slow during COVID time. And so I have 30 open escrows, and now I'm starting to get closing notices from the builder that I need to relay to my customers. And so I'm at the busiest time, like everything's on the line now. And I get a phone call that somebody I love dearly is about to kill themselves. And they're hundreds of miles away from me. And I'm just like, where is this coming from? Like out of the blue, like nothing even seemed to lead up to this. And so I hope you got paid well. Congratulations, you were a great actress. Good job. Good job, but I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Basically, all I did was pray for this person, because in the moment I felt it was very real. And maybe it was real, maybe it was induced by some evil but it just seems to me that what I'm gathering now is that everybody was paid to do these things, once again, I don't think I'm anyone special, but God knows I'm special, and I do love God, and apparently we're going to get attacked. We are going to get attacked. If you stand for the Lord, if you stand for Jesus Christ as Lord, and you know that is your truth, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit. People are not always going to be nice to you because their spirit is resenting your spirit of light. Darkness does not like to be exposed. So let me just be here to say I have no problem not being liked. I love the truth more than I love you. So, darkness, do yourself a favor. Come to the beautiful light, because it's much more peaceful here, and you get to be a nicer person. You don't have to play the evil demon anymore. Seriously, people, I don't know, but there's people paying people to hurt people. And many of you might already know this. Many of you might even been even blackmailed into it or propositioned into it. I don't know. I never have, but that's just my path. I live a path of light and truth, so nobody wants to approach me with that because they know I'm going to expose it. I have no problem telling the truth, even when it comes to myself. So gossip, slander, lies, yes. Guys, in the 90s, I was the party girl. I admit that. I'm glad I got it out of my system. When I was in my 20s, I had so much fun just doing whatever I wanted to do. But that was a long time ago. That was 30 years ago, and it's like, whatever. I mean, whatever. If you want to identify my 20-year-old self to my 53-year-old self, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I hope to God that your 20-year-old self has changed dramatically over the last 30 years as well. I mean, if you're still that same person and not growing, you need to question that. Because that's crazy. We're all here to grow and change. And you cannot judge somebody by what they did 30 years ago, 20 years ago, or even yesterday. Because we're going to go through so many changes, and you don't hold people accountable for what they did. So just as the same as I don't want to be held accountable, all those evil demons that came at me over the years, I'm not going to hold you accountable either. But you know what? God is. God is going to hold you accountable, and He's going to want you to bring the truth to the light. Just speaking it makes all the difference. It changes the energy, just speaking what you've done, and it can be cleansed and healed. I mean, all you got to do is just want it to be cleansed and healed. It's just really your choice. We have choices. We have free will. We can always turn fear into love at any given moment. That's the beautiful thing. You're not stuck into any situation. If anybody is forcing you to stay in a situation that you're uncomfortable with, you have the power to just go. Just leave. Leave the situation. I mean, if there's money tied to it, walk away from it. If there's somebody you love that doesn't understand why you need to do this, walk away from it. Walk away from all toxic things right now and protect yourself, because we are going into a spiritual battle. And if it has not affected you yet, or you just don't see that it has, it will. It's going to become bigger and bigger and brighter and brighter. It will. And you know, maybe I'm the first person to tell you this. Maybe I'm the 1,000th person to say it. I don't know. But I'm here to just remind everyone that these changes are happening. It's inevitable. It's beautiful, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very hard. The video I posted yesterday talks about the mental health of society that's going to get affected by this. So basically, what I want to say is there's a way to avoid any mental health issues. Just get grounded in the Word of God. Once you devote your heart to the Lord and you read that Bible, or get people to help you understand the Bible. There's plenty of Bible study groups in the churches. You know, just call someone and say, I want to get part of a home group so I can understand the Bible better. Or even just speak it in a room by yourself, and the universe will answer you and help you and guide you. But if you're going to avoid the Word of God, and you think you're going to do this on your own, it's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be hard. So just know there's a way out of anything you're going through, and you know, you don't have to take a whole bunch of prescription medications to deal with it. You can face this completely sober, and it's just finding your inner strength. That's all it is. It's a gift given to us. It's there. It's already there in our heart, and we just have to unfold it. You know, we just have to open it and let it, and just be aware that it's there. And every day will get easier and easier. So it's a beautiful thing. So I just want to say it's the most wonderful time of the year. That song was in my head this morning, and I'm just loving the gift of truth. I'm just loving that so many things that were so unclear, and so many lies are just being exposed. And the people that are exposing them, I mean the people that are behind them, that's another thing I noticed, is that there was a lot of my friends and family were getting really sick, and it just seemed like so many bad things were happening over and over. And I was like, wow, what is going on with, you know, it was just one thing after another. So what that is, in my situation, I'm not going to speak for everyone, it's a backlash. It's a backlash of people lying, not telling the truth, people hurting people through gossip and slander. When you gossip about someone, that energy comes back. What comes around goes around. That is not just an expression. It is reality. It's the way energy flows. What you put out comes back to you. What you put out, good or bad, comes back to you. So be careful. Be mindful. Hey, I was guilty of this. I'm not saying I'm innocent. I learned the consequences of these behaviors. I've learned it. And I've learned, once you learn it, you can't unlearn it, right? So I'm just saying, for the people out there that are suffering illnesses, mental illness, sleepless nights, insomnia, when you can't shut your brain off, when you have unpeace and unrest in your life, it's because you need to bring it to God. There's something going on inside of you. There's something you did that you feel completely guilty about, maybe. There's something you said that wasn't good or comfortable, or it didn't have good intentions. That's the universe telling you to look at yourself, to open yourself up to awareness and fix it, correct it. Everything needs to be corrected. All wrongs need to be made right. We're living in a time where we don't have time anymore to wait on this and to keep secrets in the dark. No more secrets, no more lies. It's over, game over. So bring yourself to the light. You have nobody to answer to but to God. And then God may ask you to go to that person and with an apology. You don't owe anybody an apology, but, that might be the right thing to do. I think everybody likes to hear that they're sorry, that they were acknowledged, That person that hurt me, he had so many bad things happen to him after he did that to me. I had nothing to do with it. I don't do witchcraft. I pray to God and I send love and light to everyone. I always have, always will, always. Because when people are not doing the right thing, they're hurting themselves. They're hurting their children. They're hurting their ancestry. It's a domino effect of energy. And so just please be mindful. Stop gossiping. If you have friends that are gossiping, just correct them. Tell them, you know what? I don't want to talk bad about that person anymore. I don't think that, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And you know what? That person is not even there to stand up for themselves. It's not fair. There's 2-3 sides to every story, right? So why would you believe something so awful about somebody else? Is that making you feel good? It's just, let's stop and think, guys. Are your intentions pure when you go to say something about someone? And it might not always be possible to say every good thing, but if there is something not going right with that other person that we're talking about, maybe there's a nice word of encouragement we can add to that. Like, I know so-and-so's going through a hard time, so maybe let's give her a phone call and see how she's doing. Let's send her some flowers today. Maybe that'll brighten her up. Or just being mindful, helpful. Like, try to help that person that you want to gossip about. Try to help them, not hurt them. Okay? So, whoever finds this message, thank you so much for listening. I'm here for you, and I love you, and God loves you. Have a wonderful day.